Hey YouTube, it's been a few days, but we are back, of course, talking about some Final Fantasy VII. We're talking Rebirth. We're also talking Apex Legends. I've been wanting to talk about this crossover event anyways for a while, and hopping on today to look and see, kind of catch up on maybe stuff that I've missed, what's been talked about the last few days in terms of FF7. I'm coming across a lot of discussion about this Apex Legends event. The response to this event seems to be mixed a bit, because I've seen people that are excited about it, at least on Twitter, like a few days ago, whenever there was a trailer that came out or whatever. People were excited about it that are fans of Apex Legends, but also fans of FF7. We're kind of enjoying it. But I've also seen a lot of mixed stuff in terms of people don't like the cosmetics themselves, but here recently what I'm seeing is apparently price, what it potentially could cost to pull some of these skins. Before we really hop into it though, I have no knowledge on Apex Legends. I've never played it. I'm a Battle Royale fan, but I've played mostly Call of Duty Battle Royales like Blackout and Warzone and Fortnite and PUBG. That's kind of where my Battle Royale knowledge comes from. I've literally never once installed or played Apex Legends. So I don't know how the system works in terms of pulling skins, I guess, because it's apparently an RNG system, which is weird. PUBG does have that. You do get keys and currency in that game, and you go to the shop and you get random items. You open one crate at a time or whatever, or sometimes there's multiple items in a crate depending. But still, I have seen that before. But with stuff like Call of Duty and Fortnite, when a skin hits the shop in Fortnite, you just pay a set amount of money or a set amount of V-Bucks and you get the skin. But apparently with Call of Duty, right? Not too long ago they did a boys crossover, and I think sometimes they're still available in the shop, and you just buy the Homelander skin or the Black Noir skin. They also have a Laura Croft skin and I think some shit from Diablo 4 or whatever. You just buy the skin, that's it. It's usually about $20, maybe a little more, a little less, just kind of depending. I don't know if Apex Legends is always RNG, or if it's just for these kind of crossover events, or if there's a shop that just has skins and you can just buy all the time whatever you want or whatever, or if it's always packs or whatever. But apparently at least with this event there's packs. So for those unaware, the event's actually happening tomorrow, January 9th. There's, I believe, 36 cosmetic items, some weapon skins, some legend skins. And I believe there's outfits for Yuffie, Tifa, Aerith, Barret, and Cloud that I'm aware of. The Tifa skin does have a scarf on it that kind of resembles a bit like a Vincent maybe, but I don't know if that's intentional or not. And actually looking at the Wraith skin, she does wear a scarf usually anyway, so they probably just made it red to match the red that Tifa has. So I will say we've been kind of memeing on these skins for a little while now, because the event was revealed at the Game Awards, so about a month ago or so. And they do have some that look kind of bad, mainly the aeris skin. But I think what some people don't realize, even though it's fun to make fun of them, is that they're not meant to look like the FF7 characters directly, because they're outfits for characters that exist in Apex Legends, right? It's not like a Fortnite or a Warzone, where when you put a skin or a character in those games, it looks exactly like them. When they put Homelander in Warzone, or I guess Call of Duty in general, it looks exactly like Homelander from The Boys, right? It looks just like Anthony Starr, right? And same thing when it comes to Fortnite. When they put a skin or a character in the shop in that, it looks exactly like them, right? So if they were to do crossovers with those games, for example, it would look exactly like Cloud and Tifa and Aerith. Where again, it's just more like a cosmetic outfit sort of thing for characters that already exist in the Apex Legends universe. Does that forgive them for looking like shit sometimes? No, not really. But I think when you keep that in mind, it makes it a little bit better. Where if it's not if you're an Aerith fan and you think the Aerith skin looks like shit, it's it kind of helps, I guess, a little bit to remember that it's not supposed to look directly like Aerith. So for me personally, just overall, I think the skins are okay. None of them are amazing to me. I think maybe the Barret and both of the Yuffie ones for some reason, I think they look kind of good. The one that's the biggest problem for me would be the Cloud skin, which is the character Crypto in Apex Legends. Because other than the fit and him holding the Buster Sword, it doesn't really look like Cloud. They didn't even go through the effort of changing his hair color. Which is actually something I've seen people complaining about that were actually fans of the event. They were excited for it, was complaining that they didn't even change his hair color to blonde to make him look like Cloud. And some people were saying, maybe jokingly, I don't know, that it could maybe be intentional, as in a nod to Zack, because Zack does have dark colored hair, so does Crypto. Which I guess could work if they're trying to do a Cloud and Zack hybrid character, because they both use the Buster Sword, obviously. It's definitely supposed to be Cloud for sure, because of the Reunion Flower, obviously, but maybe. I don't know if it's that deep, though. Just one of those things that's so simple that it's frustrating they don't do it, because looking at Horizon, which is the character that is using the Aerith skin, she has different colored hair just depending on what the skin is, and obviously she got kind of reddish brown hair for Aerith, but just looking at her online, she has bright red hair sometimes, and black hair, and white hair, or whatever, depending on the skin. And it's why can't you just change Crypto's hair to blonde? I don't know. It's just weird, kind of lazy. But put aside the cosmetics, because that's kind of whatever. That's always going to be subjective, right? People are going to either love it or hate it, whatever. It's the price that's a problem, from what I'm seeing people talk about, because it can be upwards of $300 to $400, I think, to get one skin, just because the odds are very, very low. And I think they have a pity system, which most gachas do these days, where after you pull so many times, you're guaranteed one of the items. And if you guys have played FF7 Ever Crisis, you guys know this, right? With the stamp thing, whenever you get to the end of a stamp card, it guarantees you on that the next pull that you're going to get whatever item you have marked to like pull or whatever, whether it's like an outfit or a weapon for one of the characters in Ever Crisis. I think they have something similar here, but I think you got to pull like 36 times from what I've read to guarantee one of them, and it's like $10 a pull from what people are saying. So again, you're looking at like, I guess that'd be $360. Fuck that, if that's true. So really quickly, right here's just like a screenshot of the Reddit post making the rounds that has like the pull rates and the odds and stuff like that. That kind of was making this discussion, I guess, pop up. So we're not going to go like crazy in depth on this just because, again, I don't know anything about Apex Legends. I don't know how accurate this like chart and graph is. And they even say on the post itself that it's like based on previous events they've had. So there's a chance that this event could be a little bit different than what that event was. I don't know. But I will say like the percentages and shit, like whenever you're trying to get like something really, the best thing in like that banner being like 1% or less than 1% pull rate, that's relatively normal from what I've seen, at least with the other gotchas that I've played, like Brave Exvius. I talked about that a lot when we talked about Ever Crisis in the past. And like when you go to the new banner that might have like the new Sephiroth skin or whatever, you can click on like drop rates and it'll take you to another window and it'll show you like the new Sephiroth skins like 1% or less than 1% pull rate, right? But they have ways to give you better odds if you do like a different kind of pull that gives you like 12 characters at one time. You got to spend like 1,500 gems or something, and you have better odds of getting like Sephiroth in that particular thing instead of just randomly pulling it from like the regular banner. Point of all that is that like very low percentage rates is pretty normal with gacha. I will also add that they mentioned in a reply to a comment on this thread that it is $10 a pull, as we mentioned previously, but there is some sort of discount system, and now this comment was like a day ago. I don't know if we know how it's going to work, but it's probably a similar thing. Essentially, the more pulls you do, the cheaper it would be, I would think. And I'm just using more comments for reference here. It's a reply to this comment where I learned that there seems to be a bit of a pay system where the person says, you're guaranteed one item from the event per pack, but the mythic is still less than 1% roll per pack. It is guaranteed at the last pack, similar to how shards work now. So at least according to that person, you are guaranteed one item from the FF7 event per pack, which isn't bad, but obviously your odds are going to be like the shittier items, the lower rarity items. You could bust your first pack for $10 or whatever and pull the fucking mythic whatever, Buster Sword, Cloud Skin, whatever the fuck it is. That's also obviously a possibility. It's RNG, it's all random, but at least you are guaranteed one item from the event per pack. That's a little bit more interesting than having to just rely on that last pack to get one item, which is what I initially thought. Kind of a quick TLDR, I mean, people don't like the skins, specifically certain ones like the Cloud Skin, the aeris skin, and maybe some people don't like the tifa skin, I think. But also it's like overpriced, it seems to be, which really sucks. It makes me wonder why they went with this collab. They've done some weird stuff in the past too, like, right? When they initially were bringing Remake to PC, they brought it with Epic, right? And that was obviously very polarizing with the fan base because there's just a lot more people on Steam and people wanted it on Steam. And they eventually did put it on Steam, but it took like half a year or whatever it was. It's just like, why did you go Epic first? And then now like their first like real big like collab, it would seem, with the Remake project, at least with another game, is Apex Legends. And I know it's popular, but when you have this whole RNG system, it's just like deflating. Like personally, right, I've never played Apex Legends, but this event doesn't like drive me to want to play it at all. Even though I'm a massive Final Fantasy 7 fan, part of it's the skins are like whatever, like they don't look as good as they should if they were with another game, but it was collabing with Fortnite or Warzone. But also this whole RNG system I'm learning about as I'm making this video, it's like, why would I want to spend money on that? For one, I've never played Apex Legends, but why would I want to get into that game for the first time after all these years and have to spend potentially hundreds of dollars just to get like one skin when I could go to other games that offer those skins for significantly less price if and when those collabs would happen. It just sucks because a lot of people are wanting them to do like a Fortnite collab. It's something I was kind of hoping they would do because of that Epic thing they did, right? They brought, Remake to Epic. Epic obviously owns Fortnite. It makes sense that maybe at some point they might do like an FF7 event. And I would absolutely 100% buy those skins, as I've done with a lot of skins in Fortnite. Kind of the big difference between all these, at least when it comes to like Fortnite versus like Apex Legends and even like Warzone and shit, is those are first-person games. Whereas obviously Fortnite is a third-person battle royale, so you're always seeing your skins, so that makes it a little more interesting to buy skins in that game. I don't buy a lot of skins in Warzone. I just use that as an example because the skins look really good. But it's more so like Fortnite where I spend my money because you always are seeing your skin. You're in first person in Apex. I don't know if there's like emotes or a way to see your character other than like the victory screen or whatever. But besides that, or like the lobbies or whatever, but like you're always in first person from what I've seen. So it's like, why would I even want like a cloud skin if I can't fucking see it? More or less the video, my dudes. Like I said previously, I was want to talk about this anyways for a bit. Just mostly was probably going to poke fun at the skins or something. But we actually have something to talk about here with like the price and all that. So what are your thoughts? Are you an Apex player? Are you not? Are you hopping into it with this event? What are your thoughts on this RNG system? Is it as egregious as like the Reddit post makes it out to be? I know I've seen like articles talking about it as well. So I think it's relatively accurate. I don't know. I just don't know anything about Apex Legends, so you guys let me know. Anyways, that's the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Search in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, @YT. That's it. Bye.
Used to care what people thought, but now I care more, and nobody out here's got it figured out. So therefore, I've lost all hope of a happy ending, depending on whether or not it's worth it. So insecure, no one's perfect. We spend it with no shame, we blow that. Like Coltrane, we in here. Like Rogaine, or leave it. Like Cobain.